Aquarius. Welcome to your February 2023 video. We're going to talk about a few things actually for you because we have the usual beginning and ending for the month of February. So we'll go over that and then we pull tarot cards. We do cards just to give you a beautiful visual to go with the message. We're also going to quickly talk about the video that I put out for February. It's like a 10-minute, 11-minute video. If you haven't watched it, make sure you watch it. I'll link it below. It talks about some of the major planets that make movements and personal planets that move into new signs. And so that's going to be important, right? Because that means change in general. But you want to know that and know this, okay? Now, the other thing that I do want to touch on for you, Aquarius, specifically, just for you, is Pluto. Yeah, Pluto. Pluto's going to be making some changes. So this video is not a deep dive about that for you, but I will do another video. But I want to at least make a mention about that because Pluto is going into your sign. Pluto going into the first house, because typically if you're watching an Aquarius video, this is an Aquarius ascendant, Aquarius rising, right? Same thing. But you may have Aquarius sun sign. You may have an Aquarius moon. You may have a lot of things in the sign of Aquarius. So Pluto going into Aquarius would be a big deal for all of those things. Okay. And then finding that out for yourself, like what area of your life that's going to be in, will be really, really important. Okay. So now we're just going to dip into the February energy itself. And that is the beginning of the month of February. We start off with a full moon energy. Full moons are completions, they're endings. It's something that we've been working on, something that we've been doing, something that's been very creative. Now, let's also remember, because it's a full moon in Leo, it's not just about creativity. It's how you uniquely stand out and shine, how you uniquely radiate and express, because the sun rules the sign of Leo. And what does the sun do? It shines, right? Unless there's clouds covering it up, that's all the sun does. And there's no mistake about it, right? The sun and how you uniquely stand out. It's something about you, that thing you do that makes you you, and the way that you express, the way that you dress, the way that you talk, the way that you just shine, right? Now, Leo energy is fun. It's laughter. It's having a good time. The Leo energy is my happy place. Yeah, it's happy place energy. So children, fun, these are keywords. Children, fun, romance, right? Joy, creativity, and taking a risk with our body. So Leo energy can be very athletic, because it's taking a risk with my body, which is why we talk about the whole romance thing, right? Because one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, there's a baby. How did that happen? Right? That whole thing. Well, Leo energy isn't just that. Leo on a really high level is courageous. It can be a wonderful, wonderful leader, right? It can be out there. It can be in charge. It can be leading, right? Think of the Lion King. Think of Mufasa up there on Pride Rock and overseeing all his subjects, right? That's strong Leo energy, right? And so being positive, being optimistic, these are all Leo keywords: positivity, optimism, courage, and radiating light, especially when you're around others who need that light. And how do we lighten things up? Well, we can literally turn on a light. We can crack a joke, right? We can make somebody laugh because they're going through a difficult time or whatever. Leo energy, how you express, right? Humor, fun, play. When was the last time you played? What did you do as a kid to play, right? Leo energy. Now, this is a completion and a closure and an ending. There's something with all those Leo keywords that you're finishing, something you used to do, but you're not doing anymore. So perhaps you were engaging in an activity that you did as a child, and something you did for fun. And maybe you're like, you know what, that just doesn't do it for me anymore. Maybe you've gotten to the stage where you're like, I feel like I've outgrown that. And that's good. There's nothing wrong. Don't be sad. Growth is part of life. And yeah, to grow, we have to change. Yeah, that's the precursor to growth, change. So Leo is in your seventh house, and this is a completion, a closure, and an ending. Then that suggests, because it's Leo energy, yeah, that suggests Aquarius. That's a big suggestion that this could be a romantic partner energy because it's Leo in your seventh house. Yeah, Leo in your seventh. Now, Leo energy is also the performer. So this could be somebody who sings, somebody who does play, who does theater, right? It's like poetry slams, or, this could be someone who's even a politician, right? Now, having it in your seventh house, this could be the romantic partner stuff, but it could just be like, we're not going to be doing that thing we used to do. So say you're married, right? And you've got Leo in your seventh, and you and your partner used to have like date night, right? This is that Leo energy. Date night is Leo energy. That's the romance. That's, hey, we're going to go have a dinner and a movie where it's just us, not the kids. The fun we used to have before the kids came along, or the fun we used to have before we started, before life just threw a curveball at us, type of thing. So some of that may be taking a back burner because it's a Leo full moon. Now it's at 1640. If I didn't say that, 16 degrees, 40 minutes, right at the front end of February 5th. You could be releasing a partner, or you could be releasing a business partner because it's seventh house energy. So it's personal and business. It's both, actually. Okay. So what kind of business do you do? Or it could be something small where you're just releasing that fun activity that you did with your partner. There could be less of that happening. Okay. Now let's pull a card. Shazam. Look at that. It says fresh approach. Time to take a fresh approach. There's something changing. It's super colorful. I love this. It does have what looks to be like the earth. It's not like a luminary. It's a planet. Look, it's the earth. That is pretty freaking awesome because I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen a lot of these cards with the earth. They usually have the sun or the moon on it. So this looks like a feminine energy, like Mother Earth. See how coming out of her head, she has a tree. This is a really beautiful card, but it's saying to take a fresh approach. I love that. Be open to change. Go with, how the seasons change, because this card is very earth orientated, but we see the water there. We see the ocean. The ocean has waves, has currents, has its own set of cycles. We see the stars up in the night sky. We see just a rainbow of colors and waterfalls, the tree. Yeah, there's something about this card where all the elements are present. All the elements are present, and take a fresh approach. So it's the earth, it's the air, it's the fire, it's the water. The rainbow energy says there's something that you haven't done before. And so this full moon closure will be opening up new doors for you. One door closes, a few more are going to be opening. And that's part of the reason where we have the closures, because it's all about making room for the new. It's all about, your plate's already full. Well, now your plate is not going to be as full as it was. Again, check those degrees. This is a fun number. Numerology wise, this is telling me this is about communication and talking, but it's fun. It's the number 3. So it can be digital work. It can be digital communications. Can be something online. It could also be within your neighborhood. It could be neighbors, merchants. It could be sales, but it's fun. It's having a good time. Makes sense because it's a Leo, 7th house Leo, right? Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So your closure and your ending, just remember where one door closes, more are promised to open with this full moon, because it's the Leo energy of the sun. The sun rules Leo, and it's a moon, a full moon, which represents feminine energy. So it's masculine and feminine energy together. When we have masculine and feminine energy together, that gives us a new moon energy. So this is a very optimistic, courageous full moon. Let's get on to your next event. Your next event is going to be a new beginning. Yes, a new beginning, because it's a new moon, a legitimate new moon, right? And this is going to be a little bit further on down the line towards the 3rd week of the month. It's February 20th. Okay. It's like 1 degrees and 22 minutes. Beginning can be a really big deal. It's in Pisces. I want you to check your chart. See if you have something, a house cusp line or a planet at 122. It could be also something at 0. It could also be something at 29 degrees of Aquarius. We're going to, yeah, that 2-degree orb, 29 degrees, and then 0 degrees of Pisces, 1 degrees of Pisces, 2 degrees, and even 3 degrees of Pisces, okay? 122, being close to that 0 mark makes it a critical degree. All right. So it's a Pisces new moon, new beginning. Think about what all the Pisces keywords mean: acceptance, understanding, unity, seeing the big picture. Pisces is also about getting rest and some sleep and relaxation and fantasy and sci-fi. Pisces is things that are a little bit on the fuzzy side, right? It's not about the details. It's really about, when you back up and you see the big picture, it's about 360 degrees is Pisces. It holds all the previous signs within it, all the knowledge from the previous signs within it. Pisces energy is like past life history. It's also, like psychology. So we're talking about things that we may say other lifetimes or soul's memory. There's something there where we have this like intuited where information can come through, right? Information comes through and we are guided. We are guided. Okay. Now, having Pisces with this new beginning for Aquarius puts this energy in house number 2. So this is really pretty cool because this is income. This is how you can make money. This is how you receive. Pisces energy, second house, can be tricky for many Aquarians because it's Pisces. And Pisces is 5D. It's not about the material and the tangible. It's the opposite of that, right? It's about stuff that you can't hold in your hand. It's about things that are unseen. They're felt. They're not seen. They're felt. They're heard, but they're not seen because Pisces is sound. It's moving pictures, right? Something that you couldn't literally hold. So it's difficult having that kind of energy in your house of tangible 3D and material and the way I receive. Pisces is somebody who is creative. It's a lot like Leo energy, that release that you just had in the 7th, right? So these are people who can be performers, right? You could write music and sound. How do you use your creativity? This is somebody who would have an income with using their creativity. The second house is a very creative house, right? So having Pisces in that second house, there is a benefit because these energies do get along, right? They do get along. I know it's confusing. How can they get along? Because Taurus is very creative. Taurus is creative in the fact that it has the ability to be very magnetic and it's about desire. It knows how to use its is a desire, an emotion, it's an intent, it's a passion, it's a desire. And then when you have that and you focus it, you can literally manifest, you can make things happen, you can create. And that's what Pisces really good at because their imagination, the other side of their brain is ready to go. It's working, it's fully functional. So these are individuals who, if they're not creating, what else is Pisces? Pisces can be somebody who works in the hospital, right? Has to do with hospitals, right? Doctors, right? It's social services for mankind, basically, right? So it could be like nursing homes. Can also be prisons. The old astrologers would say, oh, it's prisons. It's the unseen, right? And what are people when they're in prison? You don't see them. And what if somebody's in the hospital? They're in the hospital, so we're not going to see them at the party. They're in the hospital, literally, right? So you follow. So it's kind of like that energy. When we think of Pisces energy, these are people who are like playwrights, screenwriters. These can be actors. These can be politicians because they are performers. Yes, you can also be a salesperson, right? Because you can perform, you can persuade, right? Very interesting energy. This is a new moon. Are you looking to get a new job? Are you looking to have additional forms of income? If you are, use this new moon as an opportunity to set your intentions. The best way to figure more information out, more details out about this for you is the planet Neptune rules Pisces. Find out where the planet Neptune is in your chart. What sign is it in? Okay. What sign is it in and what house is it in? Write all those keywords down and start combining the meanings of those keywords. Start forming sentences with those keywords. And then you're going to find out, right? That'll give you like those energetic breadcrumbs of how to figure this out. And it's not to say you're trying to predict your own future. It's just saying, I want a freaking roadmap, damn it. Like some people need a roadmap. And that's what your chart is. It's the map of your life. I call it your energetic frequency grid. It literally is a map of who you are energetically. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So now this is a new beginning of how you're going to receive. And let's get you a card, Aquarius. How exciting. You just had a new moon in your sign in January. I'm not sure when you're going to see this video. You hopefully will see it before January's new moon, but it's a new moon and you have Pluto going into your sign. So again, Pluto ascendants, this is your physical body. Pluto will be changing and transforming your appearance. All right. So to get more details on that, find out where your Uranus energy is located. In what house number is your Uranus in? Once you see the house number that your Uranus is in, that will tell you more information. You see the house number and the sign, okay? And that will fill in the details. That'll fill in the blanks. I keep hearing, take the first card. I just mixed them. They said, take the one on top. Okay, we're doing it. Here we go. Shazam. Okay, we've got new experiences and possibilities. You are on a steed. Do you see that? It's a white horse, which explains divine intervention, which means there's something really amazing here. And it's beautiful and it comes through from creator, from deity, from God, from whatever creator is for you, whatever you call creator, okay? Whatever that higher being is that knows more than you, that knows more than me, that created everything, right? If you believe in that, this is for you. The horse represents that. That color represents that, all right? This person has opportunities and look at the abundance around them. They are supported by the earth, right? Because they're in a tree and because this person is dressed in green. And I will have you know that your second house that I talked about, where this new beginning, and I mentioned Venus and Taurus energy, that's an earth sign. That's earth. And this card is that. It is saying that earth is going to support you on this journey, which means it's tangible and material, which means you're going to have assistance. All right. It's saying to be daring, right? Think of people who go out on a horse. Like I've never, ever in my life been on a horse. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be on a horse. I've just never had that opportunity. I think horses are amazing animals. Horses connect to soul energy. Absolutely. So this tells us that you're going forward and there's something about your soul's history, your soul's experiences that's going to come through and that's going to give you some guiding in this process of this new thing, possibly a new income, a new love even because it's second house, a new desire, a new value even. I will add that Pisces energy is overseas. It's making money overseas because it's in your second house. And if it's not literally overseas, you connect with people who are overseas, but it's something far away, something across the pond. You know, it could even be like cruise ship and making music. You know what I'm saying? It's Pisces in the second house. Look how beautiful this is. The purple and the green colors all around you, flowers. This tells us it's a beautiful journey that you're on. Really beautiful card too. What a wonderful card to get for this new beginning. And you also have the number, your numerology says history is also supported here. Your soul's history, you're a pro at whatever this is. So maybe it's something you're already aware of and it's just, another gig or just doing, a new client or whatever this creative endeavor is. This is saying that you have history with this thing, this new thing. Yeah, but there's something new about it, a new form that's coming through. It's Pisces, it's the second house. And your soul is definitely involved because the numerology says once you have completed this, once you're done, you've completed it. Like you'll be starting another level. Your soul will be embarking on another level. So this is really interesting. This is deep. This is, personal, not just on a personal level, but on a soulful level. And you're supported by the earth. The first card said the same thing, right? It was very earthy. Happy February 2023, Aquarius. Below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.